Hello, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to my stream, a regular stream, you could say, where in this case I will be going for at least hour or two, maybe less, maybe more, of trying to upgrade my Meteor application to the latest Meteor 3.0 Alpha 16. Right now, let me check the I'm currently at version 2.13, so I have to also do some upgrades before I even go to version 3. My name is Jan Dvorak. I'm also known as Storyteller CZ. I'll be your host today, and we'll be also doing the coding. First of all, please like, share, and subscribe. Or if you like what I'm doing, also you can sponsor me on GitHub. So that's all right now on the screen, and I'll add that to the description as well. So let's feel free to comment through the way. I'll try to kind of go and answer any questions that you might have as we go through this. And for the next hour two, or however long I feel like going, I'm at your disposal. So let's get started. Let's choose some nice layout like this. And let's see, let's make things bigger. Let's zoom out, say 150%. Okay, I think that should be enough to see everything. So what we'll be actually doing, I have a personal website called janvarag.me. Got very lucky in getting that domain. It's not anything special. It's actually built on top of Socialize Starter, which is a sponsorware. So if you become my sponsor, you will get full access to that. And that's kind of a starter with socialized packages and kind of this general layout and other nice, let's say, basic functionality that enables you to just jump in and start developing your application without having to worry about other things like internationalization and stuff like that. So let's get everything here up and running. It'll take a while for people to get jumping in. So as we wait for people, you can see, especially watching it as a recording, Meteor 2.13. So first things first, let's do big Meteor update. Not really going to much happen here. Just get some packages. And the next thing, I'll start in this screen, is what happened here. Okay, I'm not sure exactly where that is. So we have some updates packages, and I want to also update my npm packages, some of which I'll be then updating to major versions. But right now I'll just do the minor, which hopefully should not break much. Oops, npm I. And okay, let's have that installed to just get the project back and running. So the first things first is to check that everything is running again, and at least locally. Let's see, what do we have here? So we are there. Some Alt changes. So let's do npm run start to see that the application actually loads. So this is from my personal domain, and we'll go to localhost. It's going to be 3000. Let's wait for it to build. And on waiting, let's also do another shout out. On Twitter. Okay. Let's get that out of there. And let's see. Okay, so I have a comment beacon. Can you move facing to the right? So that's a good point. Let's see what we can do here in the layout. And yes. Let me check. Oops, what has happened there? And let's adjust this. Let's probably also put myself. Okay, let's see. Just the technical adjustments. It's a big thing. So let myself actually put in the top right. Just melodies powered by StreamYards. Okay, so let's update this layout. And let's get started here. So we have the application running on 3000. Let's take a look. Yay. So we have things running. Let's log in. I am not a designer, so as you can see, the design, it's a lot of improvements. Not found. Let's see if the local version. Let me actually check if I have any user created here, because who knows, actually I haven't been working on this for quite a while, so it will be a bit of a reminder for myself as well. So I do have a local user. It should be Storyteller CZ. Why do we have Storyteller? Okay. Looks like I have broken things here, apparently. So that will be another thing to look into, why it's not detecting myself, even though I'm logged in here. And there's a lot of tiny issues all over the place. So first things first, let's again give some people time to come on in. For some reason, I'm not seeing actually anybody in the stream, even though the comments would suggest otherwise. So time for another setup here. And to actually see if anybody's here. Ticks. Strange. Not really working. So it might be technical. If you are here, please write in the chat so that I know I'm not alone. In the meantime, let's take a quick look on my main paths here. Register, login, dashboard, user only, use profile. And I'm actually going to open here Liter Universe in a new window. And update it based on that, because Socialize Starter comes from, okay, here we go. Things are working again, at least partially. And all that stuff, because how like all of my stuff is interconnected. We have Socialize Starter as kind of the base of from which everything is derived, and then Liter Universe kind of informs a lot of the updates that then kind of show up in Socialize Starter, and eventually they should show up here as well. And for example, here the feed components, I'm guessing, are going to be pretty outdated, actually, not so much. So that's well, still quite a few changes. Hopefully that should be enough to fix some things. Apparently not. Well, too long on it. Remove is web3 user is not a function. So that is actually, I think I know what's related to. That's a special function that I have in Liter Universe, and it should be here as well, but looks like it's outdated. But it doesn't matter, because I'm going to now everything that I can think of. Let me get the Git Kraken here and see what we have here for changes. Mostly stylistic and updates. So let's actually do it like that. We have some quick fixes. So this is so that we have everything together. And let's see, that's that. And then we have this web3 login. I think I'm just going to switch here to develop. See what's complaining. It's only on one side that I'm worried about. Dependencies. And with that, so as you can see right now, it's still really not something I can deploy, but we are worried about Meteor 3.0. So let's get started with Meteor 3.0. And the first things that, yes, just, okay, we have here already something crashing. So let's take a look what that is. In the meantime, let's go to guide, how to migrate to things. And first things first, I need to migrate any collections that are having issues. I'm guessing with some of these three, like for example, the Web3 login is already looking to go for the newest ones. So Web3 login package. You can see it's already kind of prepared to go for the alpha. So I have to be a bit comfortable. And right now, latest one is alpha 16. So with that, at least it should be happy with the version constraints here. And that's pretty much the same thing that we will have to do with all of these other packages, though even apparently this one seems to be fine to operate without npm depends on. So let's see if that's worked. Yes. All right. Now then back to our guide. So in this case, I want to first start with any, let's see, very quickly, anything that we have here on the servers in the resolvers. While I'm at it, we can move everything to TypeScript. So just on that. So first things first, get everything into if we have any stuff here. Thankfully, blogs is not anything there. Help articles. You can see we have find one, all that stuff. And this time I'm going to also cheat a little bit and get these from Literary Universe because those are identical. This is for the knowledge base, which I'm not using. Let's see, it actually do something. Let me check. Oh, it did not. So the good news is that I can fix this for Literary Universe as well. So let's get to it. So any find one need to move to find one async. And here you have user is enrolled. That will be once we start fixing packages, because the latest roles package has async functionality included. So copy that over to the universe. And that's it. So that's just here, help categories. Again, same issue. And we can keep the for each because we are not doing any await stuff here. So it's fine. Otherwise, we would have to change that. And then here we have the fetch async done, also done. So for some reason, it has been only this area, which is strange how I probably missed that when I was working on it originally. So newsletter. And here we have, well, it's no wonder it's not working. Find async. So let's go fix this error here. We'll be probably coming back to this. And here we have another profile. I don't think we have any. Okay, find one async, fixed. Let's see stories here. Nothing crazy. Users. Yes, we have. Find one async. Actually, open up here. Okay, so we have the weekend team here, so we shall at least one. Okay, it looks like maybe the number has gotten back, so looks like that the stats are back up, which is good. Thank you for the information in the comments. And async, so that's resolvers. As you can see, it's pretty old code, not really, say, adjusted. So here it's only fine returning cursor, so we don't have to worry about it. Comments, this will probably be, the performance count is going to be an interesting to fix. Let's see here if we have anything in the feed. No returning cursor. Find. And returning cursor. So that's usually what you're going to see. Usually when you need to have like a weight in these things is if you're fetching some specific data that you need to kind of process, which so far we are not. In this case, it's handle, find. Maybe it might be faster if I do like fetch search. Nope. So publication, thankfully, not a problem. Let's take a look on our methods. Man, I need to move this to TypeScript really bad. And here we go, right off the bat. Thanks. I want async. Okay. Update. So this will also have to be async. Async this one, since it's try, let's do the await here. Otherwise, if it's we'll have to also check back on the set username if that one is async as well in Meteor 3, but that will come later. Probably same things with these. They will be async once we start upgrading. Right now, it's just getting ready with what we have in Meteor 2.13. And let's see. And making sure at least that one works. Because if it works, then it should work in 3 as well. So, and full disclosure, hard to say what's going to happen because it's not like I have this prepared in any shape or form. Okay, I'm not necessarily sure if this is going to be do what I want it to do. That will be, I'm guessing not, but for now, I'm fine with just doing it. And let's see what's going to happen there. Right. So here we have our account delete. I think whenever there is normally, if I was like looking here for errors to report back, things like remove and index creation, I would move into the category of just fire and forget, in which case I would just ignore the await. Await, update, sync. Same thing here. So accounts. Actually do all of these in script as well, because why not? Let's do a bit of everything. So spend too much time on this though, because that's not the point of this stream. Either way, let me know in the comments if you prefer using TypeScript or if or maybe JS docs. I've heard some interesting comments that people, or like somewhere that also JS docs are in many cases more versatile, which from certain perspective I would agree at, but let's not get too ahead of ourselves. So what was here the one-off? Okay, interesting. And audit log add, which is already async. So wait, and we'll put this in some function. So here we have more of that. I'm actually going to, again, jump back to Literary Universe if we can cheat our way a little bit here with code that I have already done there. Methods and comments. Let's see. Do I have that adjusted here? Yes. And I have some other additional stuff here, which I want to do anyway. So that's good. Comment like and comment like async. And there is another new function or method called and I saw some comments. So Weekend team is currently not using TypeScript. Interesting. That's fine. And here from X, I do not think you need to trouble yourself with return values of the async functions. If they return a promise, they will automatically be handled. So pretty much you can do without the await there. That's an option. Because that's kind of how it's handled. And in a way, I think that can also depends on your personal style. So thanks, X, for a nice, how should I say it, input here. And here there is this not found, which is a errors. So are not authorized to be more precise. So I just need to import that and we'll be fine. All right. Almost there. Here we have contract. Request. This one I think is fine because it sends, as you can see, just an email. And this thing is going to be interesting because this is using socialized packages, as you can see here from the imports, which do have some additional, you could say, things, how they are handling things. So that would be something that we definitely will have to fix inside the packages once we get it there. I think email sent is also going to be async, yay. But that one is kind of fire and forget. And that one is going to definitely give us some headaches. So let's see. Feed is another one that actually I have to really fix. And I'm just going to cheat a little bit because there are few other things in here as well that I have to work on. And we have not verified missing errors, which not authorized, not verified. I'll actually do it like that. And it should be 2 spaces. Why is it trying to indent with 4 spaces? That's always strange. Could it be because of some config. That's well, let's move forward. I think I will use the same strategy here on feedback. That one looks like sadly I can't because of some of these specifics that I have here. So it will be a little bit different. So email sent async. And here we can also do insert async and do not worry about anything. In this case, we can just do return if we really wanted to. And let's do async here just in case. Same thing here. Async, return, insert, async. Let's code over here as well. Turns out how it goes that once I fix somewhere in one place, I then kind of propagate it into my other code bases. I should probably find a better solution for this. Some of it I have kind of shared. Other things, not so much. And oftentimes that is because of specific code for each app that I have. All right, email sent async. So let's just do TypeScript here. Here. Helpers. Just change to TypeScript. And you don't have to worry about that. You need to change TypeScript. Right, invites, I do believe, should be again identical to what I have at Meteor Universe. Very short and sweet. Messaging should be in the same boat. Let's check for errors. Doesn't look like there is actually, no, there is an issue because we don't have plans here yet. That will be that. Maximum recipient, just say 2, or let's have 3. Check and get then which one it was. So, and last 2 letter. Yes, async function, insert async, profiles. Yikes. Let's see if I can also do a bit of quick authorized. Let's see if I can do a quick copy from literal universe, because this seems to have been already handled there. I just need to be careful because this is like one of the codes that I have to copy manually for sure, because there are especially later on some significant changes, and here I'm skipping a lot of code. Profile avatar set. Part of it also is improving security of checking before even calling the database and other things that everybody improves over time. Oops. Some settings here. And let's see. Wait. Nope, I'm in a mistake here. That was this. Theme set. Go. Social links set. Here we go. I don't think I have this one in the universe. So async. Paid here. Whoops. Sync. So that's that. And I think for the socialize methods here, that's something that can be easily copied over completely, because that's not something that changes. So that has been our methods. I don't think there should be anything in the collections that we have to worry, but let's do a quick search if we have any. Let's dot insert, and let's see. Okay, here we have in user.ts. So that will be in our hooks. Or is it resolvers? Which is it? AP. Okay, so it's in collections. So I was mistaken. But I think thankfully this may have been something that I have already in here. So dot insert. Here. And I have actually moved this user hooks to the server, because that's where this is happening. So let's see if I can just So I think I can just do this easily if I do the server configs and add this here, and I just need to import it over here. Import something like that. Configs. And if you look on the file here, what it is, and what it does. I will have to get rid of this thing because I don't have it here, and you know what? Actually, no. At this stage, it's easier for me to just install it and not worry about it for now. And back here in user, all these hooks I can remove. Because this is just adjusting. Maybe, let's see, there's this legal agreement collection. It's there as well. So all of this I don't need here. And let me check accounts on create. User is here also. So I think actually I've moved there everything that is under if server. Yes, so this frees us, this makes it much more easier to manage. Okay, any other dot insert, and we can actually make this even better like this. We have in data stubs and in migrations. So not much. And this one, last one, the is after, we'll have to look into the package itself to see if I need to change anything. So let's just check into Literal Universe. We'll have this copy it over. In this case, I don't even have any version. What? How did I handle that? Yeah, version 0. So it's the migration, and here we have just the data stubs, which where is this in the data stubs? Let me see if I have that again somewhere nicely in here. Though this one might be a bit more tricky. Okay, at least part of it I have. And here we are getting actually to the count, which is another thing that has been adjusted. And let me just copy this part. You can do like a wait there and then use the brackets so it performs before you can then compare. I think for most parts, especially later on, you want to probably move that into a variable above of the if function. So export, and I have to do async here so it doesn't crash the awaits. So async, and finally async. Great. So that should take off care of what insert. What about update? Okay, so let's count it out. That's an in jobs. So we have Storyteller here, update async, export default especially later on with the create user, I do believe is going to get. And thing is that the count function has been deprecated, so we want to take a look. We want to take a look of what we can replace it with. In this case, oops, not box. And if we do look out the count function over here, it will take us collection count documents or estimated document count. In this way, we want some documents like that. And that should be fine. User ID, async. And we have here update async. So let's see any more update. Here in a job, update async. And this will be, I will probably have to revise this quite heavily, which is fine. That needs to happen as well. So here we have a bit of a problem with the for each. It's better if you move things like that into, let's say, data.node to make it easier. So, okay. So we have that. So update, let's see, remove. That's front end. We already did update. See, find, and with find, we just need to make sure that after it is fetch async. Why it's a problem. So okay, so legal model. Legal model, that one is a component that's not fun at all, to put it mildly. And I'm just going to copy over what I have and hope it will work. I'm just going to do find. Oh no, we have a lot more stuff to do here, so that's not going to be, I'm not going to be a happy person about this one, will I be? The thing is, it's on the client, so in theory, it should not be a problem. Also in this case with this find, it's to an array, so that makes also find a bit more difficult. But in this case, when it's find one, yikes, yeah, we need to look into that. It's in a tracker, it's on the client, in which in theory it should work. So actually, let's keep it here and make sure that yeah, so if it's TSX, let's ignore it and test on that the theory that it is going to work. Actually check how I'm handling it over here. one. I actually haven't had the time to handle that here as well. So let's go back to our documentation and check edit or remove. Let's double check if we have any remove. Okay, I will check that one. So so it's a cursor. I don't think I use for each or map on cursor. It would be pretty old. So I'll just check lastly for count. Have one. That's over here. Let's see what we have here. So that's votes that count. This is also from socialize packages. So it's a cursor, or is it? That's going to be interesting. So we'll have to look into that as we go upgrading. So let's see on the comments here. So let's see, we have from weekend for me, Meteor update release alpha did not work. So I changed version at Meteor release, and I'm rebuilding. So we'll get into that quickly. But that means your async migration should be needed only for server-side code client. Yes. The async is primarily or mainly for the server. That's kind of where it is. I cannot try to keep it, especially for like methods and also that are both on client and server. I'm using async as much as possible. And we shall see actually how much that holds up if we can get there and run the application. We have Max here. Should we remove bind environment and wrap async from the code? They use fiber. Yes, if you are like already migrated to Meteor 3, that's definitely that should be removed because you no longer need that. You can use the default async await and all that stuff, and maybe also use the default bind as well. So those things that were there to kind of work around that we didn't have, or we had fibers, and it was a bit tricky, so that should not be needed. Let's see, do I have any bind environment here that we could? I think, yeah, I am lucky. I don't have any of that. Wrap async, though, I do have in the emails. Yeah, which will not be needed. So that will be something that we might need to remember to remove afterwards. So let me just change a few files here to TypeScript, just so I can get these statistics that I have more TypeScript here, well, though it's not needed. So then, let's see, we've checked the count. DDP call async. So meteor.call, we should look if we still use it. So we have call. Let's do it like that. So we have one here in info, one in contact, and user social login data. Where the heck one is this? It's on server, which is this should not be here. This should instead call a function, because that just creates more problems if it's like this and it's a server. I think And wow, actually, and I have here, this is acting so badly, or am I just seeing it? Yes, this is still using callback. Wow. Wow. So that's definitely not going to work no matter after the upgrade. So it's actually a good example of how I go on fixing these things. So I always do here catch, and then good thing about, since I have like in try catch already, I can use the existing one. So we do it here. So this way, and I also can do the I. Not sure what WebStorm is trying to achieve there. Actually, no, I don't even need to do that. So probably because of this thing. So I can do, I am now remove this, and now here, over here, it's ID string. Actually, here it's also E is meteor.error. And move this over here. And now I have removed the callback. It's okay, where did it go? Yeah, it's still, the issue here is that it's calling another method that's not, that just should not be there. Affects performance and other issues. Right now, that would mean I would have to go in. Oh, and that's also because it's calling the it's calling it in a package. So this is also going to be in my package that I'll have to fix, or kind of given the option to also on the server to just call those functions as well. Okay. Let's see, we can, so now schema type array is done differently. Let's see, not exactly sure what you are referring to, if you're referring to simple schema or something else. So if you can elaborate on that, that would be great. So I can address that. In the meantime, let's do another, call and see what we can fix here. So let's do the contract ESX. First things first, make sure that Meteor is imported. Get away with it, but it's good practice to have it there, especially for the future. So here we can do call async, since it's not waiting, or it's waiting like afterwards. So again, here we do catch, and then we then prepare here the functions from the callback to over here. Response, error. I can also add type here, and then we can just remove the callback altogether. Finally, okay, so let's meet your definitions, not our worries. And we have here, again, old code, as you can see. forward Meteor from Meteor. Async. And we have catch. And then in this case, we could probably do, because we are not waiting for what's coming, do finally here. Error here. And remove that. Still trying to force me to do 4, so I'm not sure why. Okay, so let's see what we're going to say. In previous schema could have type object. Now it needs to have type array. And additionally type string added. Yes, so this is a change. It's quite an old change in the collections. Let's see if I have, yes, if I have any sample. Oh, this is for objects. Yes, so here we go. So for example, roles, it's also inaccurate. It's not longer stored here, so probably remove this after it. So roles, what you have, you first have to define that it's a type of array, and then you do roles dot $, and then you define what is inside that array. In this case, it's object, or it can be string. So that is if you have. So if you would have, let's say, an array of admin user, like roles like this. Instead, it would be string here. Before it was possible to do things like this, but that's no longer possible. So that has changed in the schema like that. So let's try to start things up. In here, that's our kind of what my main goal here is to start Meteor up so that we don't have any issues with even startup. That's going to be, as we'll soon see, an issue when upgrading to Meteor 3. So I think that we shouldn't have any issues here, startup, and have the main page load. That is my goal. That's what I want to hopefully achieve, and I'm failing at that already. Cannot find module collection groups. So this is just a issue from feed, which is specific because of Literal Universe code. Which I should have caught. So so that's just the function there. I will not go into details. It's just specific to universe. Okay, so now we have started, and we've kind of where we were before. So great. Let's then, well, first of all, let's save our progress and Git. prepare functions for async. Let's just do functions async. 3 login is interestingly. Constantly going to detach hat. Yes, so I'll just do compact with to alpha 16. So now we are at a point that's still running easily on Meteor 213. Let's also move this forward like that. And we are, in theory, ready to start upgrading to version 3. So let's then, what does this mean? So we do update release 3.0 of 16. And let's actually check the GitHub for that. So let's scroll down to our release 3.0. And they always say it's the 16 is ready. I usually always tend to check stuff here. There's some bumping. Release, we can also do another thing here where we can do Meteor, show Meteor. It's all, I believe, was the code. Show all. So here we see all the releases, so we can check some experimental. I think that's something that was not fully utilized in the release process. So, but who knows? So we see here 3.0 alpha 16. It's a release, so it means, because sometimes, especially the release process takes a while. So if you go in there, it's also good to check in here, especially if you see it's like 1 hour after it was released or changed, to kind of check in if it's already here in this list. And if it's in this list, then in theory it should be ready to go. So it's going to download everything that I need. And what we are going to see here most definitely is going to be, cries about incompatible packages. So that's kind of given. I'm going to use this little wait to quickly get a snack and toilet break, and I'll be right back in a moment. All right, I am back. And as expected, we are seeing here a lot of complaints about versions on Mongo and on everything else. Kind of sad that Meteor npm agent is the same thing. So now then, first things first, I do know what we will see here. Okay, that's interesting. It says it wants this. So how are we supposed to first of all read it? What are you supposed to know which version kind of is the problem and all that stuff? And while we are here, I'll also release some of the packages listed here as a new version. So how should you supposed to read this? In general, if you see that it kind of comes to the version that you want here at the end, that package should be fine. So even though the link account has the version set for alpha 15, it still reconciles as alpha 16 here just fine. So that's great news. But the other ones are not so happy. So how do we start fixing this? I guess we'll start with, let's see, we'll take it from the bottom. So first of all, we have Freedom Base forums. That's one of my packages. We have here packages folder. So far, it's just the localization here, Meteor SSL and a tree login, because I'm doing some experimentation here with them. But we will need all the other packages. So you have the forums, the flash news, the legal management as well. So all these three we will need. Let's see if we can just do it. The directory, yes. And I hope it will. Okay, there might be some node modules. Damn it. So first remove node modules if there are any, because otherwise the copying is going to go forever. Node modules is notorious for just having too many files, and it was not still there was still something there that it's producing us a lot of files. Oh, tests. So hopefully I need to kind of get rid of those. And let's try that. Let's try that again. This so it's easier. Come on. Okay, there's still something there. That's not. Oh, because the package is here. That's interesting. Why do I have that? Oh, because of the testing stupidity. Oops. So let's try that again. Apologies. And another package, maybe. So first things first, let's actually start with forums. Don't really care about adding it just yet. Flash news. And legal management is much nicer. So now that you have it here in these, oh, wait, that's an old version. Damn it. Well, it will still be helpful. In the meantime, I'll check on why do I have such an ancient version there. Or in this case, why do I even need forums? But the main thing that you, whenever you open any package.js, once you get it here, you want to do 3.0 alpha.16. Let's do this in the other packages as well. And that's news, and last one was the legal management. We'll check here an array, so it knows. So now when we try that again, hopefully, what happened here? That's new. Not sure what happened here with this thing. Maybe did I put a wrong command? Because that looks like... No. Okay, so now that you will see is that all the forums and all the other stuff is gone here. It no longer should feature here as a problem. So then we have the Meteor npm agent and all that stuff. So usually the best approach for things like these is to go to atmosphere. And I think we will have to probably remove the npm agent because that's probably going to break our app in the beginning. We'll have to go here to the GitHub and download the package. Because when I last talk with the guys about this, they have not yet, or they actually are planning to start on this soon. But as you can see, the last commit is from last year. In this case, specifically, I'll make an exception and remove it because that for sure would crash because it kind of goes into Meteor internals. And I will then try to fix my forums, but that's also not an important package to have. So without that, the email package should be happy for Minimongo, we have the collection hooks 1.3.0. Let me take a look because, and this is another thing. Sadly, I don't think it's displayed here in the history. Let me try Packosphere. Displayed here. Interesting. It's not, but I'm not sure if I actually already published a beta. So we'll have a quick look. Okay, so the latest 1.3 version is compatible with Alpha 15, but it doesn't like Alpha 16. So that's another one that we can actually deal with very quickly. I'm just in my Meteor folder going to find where I have community packages. And we said it was collection hooks. Get rid of node modules because we don't need them for this. Collection hooks. Back to our project. Boom. Collection hooks will go into our package. 16. For the actual release, what I'm going to do is call this, let's say, Alpha 1. Once we go there, and I'll release that maybe even as part of this. So collection hooks should be taken care of. Collection 2 is, let's take a look. Collection 2, we'll grab just the package. It's important. And for that one, I'm not exact. Oh no, that's not how collection 2 sadly works. Yikes. Package.js. Why did I miss something? Oh, no, so it's there. So yeah, that was correct. So let's do that again. Thankfully, it's relatively small, and I just need to pay more attention. There we go. So 4.1. That's interesting. Why does it say I should have only 3.5 if I'd be already at 4.1? But anyhow, we need to update it here. Strange that it has not been updated locally. So then we have Bozhao links account, but that one seems to be fine. Picker is not happy, but that's also fine because we are going to make it happy. Come on, Picker. Actually, also for Meteor 3, Picker will no longer be needed. So I'm then going to release a patch for this case. 16. That's going to tell you that you don't need it, and that should be fine. Strange that force SSL is not updated, so we'll have to probably come back to that. Let's see, we set the link accounts. That's, oh no, that one seems to be fine. As jobs, let's actually try this update now. And Salis as jobs is Steve Jobs, and that one is, I kind of started on it, and I need to finish with that, and it's one of those more complicated packages that's going to probably take a while, so we shall see. So what are the conflicts now? So we have the S job, link account is fine. And we have the socialized packages, which are not playing ball. So you can see, and you will have to do this pretty much with your packages as well. So here we have, that's super interesting. That's probably a bug that I will have to discuss with the guys why this is happening, because this official package with all that stuff, and it's still referring to the old Meteor package. Same thing here with those things. So we shall see how that worked. Audit arguments checks also having an issue. So first thing, let's see if we need to worry about. Okay, so here we have. I just saw there a moment ago. That was the socialized packages over there. So we have then the. Oh, that's why. That's why I still have collection 2 version 3 there instead of 4. Wow, I did not know that the schema index and schema deny had this. Let me double check this, because that is quite a strange thing. I want to see collection 2, because if I have been working like one major version behind now, so that's something I have. It is something that I have just locally not. And it's super strange. Why do I have the 4.1 if it should be like 3.5, was it? Since I'm working like on multiple packages, the versions that they might have is going to be might be outdated, or they might be like in some branch that I'm working on. So that one is an issue. So now that these are that's correct, so we now have to do these 3 socialized packages. Let's see if I have them. If I have a nice folder with them. So we have so it's base model, user presence, and server presence. So let's get them in. Another approach that I would probably recommend it to you guys is instead of like copying it like this, I'm just trying to get two things here. Is to clone them inside your folder so that whatever changes you have or make well, then you can then just very easily push it through uh, to upstream to GitHub and contribute with that. So 16 of this. And this will be hopefully fixed. So let's give this a trial and see what the error messages are. As I mentioned at the beginning of the stream, my goal is not to get everything running or anything like that. Primarily, or that would be nice, but primarily to get as close as possible. And personally, for me, if we can get past this step, that I would consider that a victory. And let's see what we have here. So we'll have to get the sjobs package in here for sure. We'll have to check why this thing is why these accounts packages are constrained to the old or out package. That's definitely not what should happen in releases like these. That might be a bug in the release process, because that just, yeah, that's not good. Same thing here with the force SSL common. Yeah, those packages should be not throwing that. So, and sometimes if you fix things up, then usually it works. It usually fixes other things as well. So conflict socialized messaging 0.4.5 is not satisfied by socialized messaging 1.2.3. Wow, that's an old package of mine that I have not updated in a while. So let me actually get it. It's actually pretty outdated. Let me get it into my here, and it's the messaging server. Oh, it already exists. Okay. So let me open it and see what we have here. Just working a little bit. Outside here, so Meteor messaging server. It's like from the days that I was still a student, so it's very, very old. It's like 2.3. That was last time I updated it. So Meteor messaging server, and I'm going to open this in Visual Studio and 3.0 16. I am going to also, while at it, quickly do a check here of all the packages required for this. So messaging, messaging. The version is now 1.2.3. Let's see. User model 5. And counts. Thrower. So okay, that's still here. So also going to do deprecated true, because that's sadly the case here. And okay, it's not, I have not the folder open here, so let me check here. On the server, I am thinking, yes, it's, so here the publishing is fine, but the methods are fine. Count, yes, so this is all going to have to be updated. And what I'm thinking here, if I'm still using it somewhere, I am going to just move it, this code, into my package, or sorry, into my app, and just completely get rid of the package. That's and this is also, I would say, one of the benefits of this, say, hard, major update, is that you have to really do a due diligence on your packages that you are using, and you might find that, who knows, maybe you don't need to have those packages at all, and you can just copy that one particular function that you want from it, and don't have to have other issues in there. So let me put that here. That was going to resolve multiple. Okay, and now we are going to get into the, so this one should be actually set. So why is it not satisfied? Why it's not updating Mongo decimals? So this is why I say, if you fix one problem, then it might resolve some other as well, or it might show you more. So that's something that we'll have to see. I'm mostly concerned here right now with the problem that we are seeing official packages, which should be updated and working, not working. So let's see if I can see if I have as jobs package here. Okay, here we go. Steve Jobs, that's the package. That's annoying. Your name is Jobs. That's probably, maybe, I'm guessing it could potentially 3.0 alpha 16. I think there's a good chance that actually this package, since it's run at the beginning of everything, might crash the server right away because it will have something that I missed. Well, would you look at that? That's either that's my mistake, or we have just moved significantly forward. Okay, so this might be just have top level, so it's probably having an issue that I have here because I'm working on the async version, so I did a major version update. And it might have issue that if I'm doing also this release update, but it's not working probably as it should, because it's primarily focusing on the release before the other updates. So at least that's what I'm thinking right now. Okay, so let's take a closer look at these little buggers. So we have a very strange things happening here, because this is fine. Now it's going back to 15 here, but so let's add the link accounts in here just to be sure. But we are not going to really do that much. So Meteor. Where do we have link accounts? Yes, here. Let's see. Come on, Meteor. Oops, I hope I haven't crashed things. Or maybe I did. Let me. Yep. It's like WebStorm is stuck. That's annoying. So this gives us this gives us an opportunity while WebStorm figures out what it's doing to answer any questions that you might have. How are you guys doing? What's up on your mind besides Meteor 3.0? Give you some time, and in the meantime, what I think is happening here with these packages, which I will have to check. X has okay, so the question here was kind of going a little bit back. I missed that. Apologies. Are those user class methods friend unfriend async? Think what you're referring to. If I could show you the user class there, I've left them synchronous. I haven't touched them at this point. Most of it because quite a few of them are just returning a cursor, which that's a good question there. If it's using just find, returning a cursor, it's all based on the socialized packages. So that's one reason why I haven't touched it yet. Okay, I'll have to restart these. Is because that will require a bit more work. Okay, looks like we have something here going. So great, we are back in business. Okay, why is this? There we go. So where are Meteor links accounts? Where did they go? Oh, come on. I made a misclick and it ran Thunderbird. Okay. Where are my link accounts? It has not put them in. Let's get back to it here. Link accounts. Let's try it again. Oh, here they are. Just took a while. So, link accounts. I'm working here with the alpha, so it's going to be alpha 2 release, which will be for this guy. Let's see if that might help. So what I'm thinking is happening there, it might be because Meteor for each release automatically does kind of the updates here of the packages, and it might and association with that particular release. So what I fear is not happening here, that either this package is not getting updated, which see, can we see it somewhere here? Since usually this one, you are not usually getting that as a direct dependency, so it's a problem. And maybe that's not why it's not picked up in the package that depends on it. Or this package is taking up this one. It's taking up the one already published version instead of the one that it should be linked to. So exit second line from bottom. I am not sure exactly if you mean here or here. Please, or let me close this and see here. I'm not sure what you are referring to with the second line from the bottom. So if you can get more into that, that would be nice. Apologies. So let's see what we have here. Again, it's the same issue here. So we have GitHub all out. Yeah. Yes, exactly. That's the. But here it's interesting because then it depends on the correct all out here and here. And here it does not. Yes, eventually it points both to the old and the new. That is really strange indeed. GitHub all out, GitHub all out, and here have all out 2, 1.3. Going to this all out, and here we have without it. Oh yeah. All out 2, which then depends on all out. So the problem is with the dependency on the direct dependency from GitHub all out on all out. Either way, it's a issue, so I will have to contact. Let me actually see if I can be annoying and pick up Gabriel's brain. That's one benefit of being an influencer, in quotes, that I can potentially reach out to people. So, and this one is constrained on the socialize user presence. Oh, okay, that's maybe because I was working on it, so I have the work version, and let's try to it's here. Socialize user presence, one socialize server presence, 1.1, and then I have 1.04. So let's reverse that here. Or actually, maybe I can just update it here, but let's just reverse that. So to get rid of that, of at least that part, it's not important for our purposes. React Meteor accounts. Okay, these are also official, but they are kind of still out of the upgrade process, and Apollo is also in that same boat. And socialize user model. We have the base model. We need to get in the user model. So let's see. We should have user model here. And thank you. Let's see. Let me get ready because we might get some of guests here. Let's get this started. Let's. Hey there, Gabriel. So Gabriel is here. I've sent you, Gabriel, link to. Let's see. Hopefully that should be allow you to join in. So hopefully that can get you in. Let me see if I need to do some more. Yeah, okay. Here's the invite link, but that should be fine. Hey, Gabriel is here. So let's add him to a stage. Hello there.
Hey,
Hey, Gabriel. I'm currently upgrading to the latest Alpha 16, and we've noticed here very interesting issue with the constraints, as I'm kind of getting package by package. And here
yeah.
we have, as you can see, we have the accounts GitHub for the alpha pointing to GitHub or out. That's without the alpha, which then points to the old OAuth. So I just wanted to bring that to attention. But what's even strange that if we then like one line above, it's kind of the same. It points back to the old GitHub OAuth without the alpha, but that suddenly points to OAuth 2 with the alpha, and that then points to the correct OAuth. Because it seems to depend both on OAuth and OAuth 2. So any ideas
Yeah.
on the top of what this could be?
Yeah, I think it's more of an issue on our side of on the core because I was just checking and GitHub Auth is actually not bumped. So we added this to be bumped because yeah, otherwise it will gather the latest version of GitHub Auth, and they
Mhm.
actually the latest version of GitHub Auth is actually pointing to that version. And so that's how this like package tree definition works. It gets the
Yeah,
latest version and tries to solve it by there because it's kind of immutable, and that's
mhm.
good because
Yeah,
it grants us like that nothing will break, but at the same time, when we need to update, some things can happen like this. So that's why I asked you in the forums to like every time you get an issue like this to ping me on Slack, and everybody that's
yeah.
listening as well. If you get an issue like this, stress testing the list as alpha, please ping me on Slack, ping me on forums, just send me the list and we will try to bump those versions because yeah, that will be
Mhm.
our task for this because even though there's no breaking change there's no code change, we need to make a new release because it needs to know other packages. Like when I release a new version of GitHub Auth, it will know other packages that has the same dependencies that it needs. So for example, this is one that we didn't update it. Now I updated it, and
So
I
if I
saw, yeah,
try it
saw.
again, it should hopefully get there. Also, there's this strange bug where it suddenly shows like this thing here, the records, which
Let me get here record.
that like never happened before, and it happened only after the update. So I think it might be something in the release tool or actually the bundle itself.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
what looks like no, it doesn't look like
no,
maybe.
I haven't published yet.
Yeah, okay.
So because I think I will need to publish in let me try publishing it like this, but I think it will need a new release.
Yeah, probably new release because in this case the accounts GitHub is pointing to the old
So the
version. So
one, yeah, exactly. I will need to publish everything. So I added this one, and if it possible, normally what I would ask for people is to like get the repo and place it there because yeah, that's kind of
yes.
annoying. And for
That's what I'm currently doing anyway with all the
yeah,
packages as
yeah,
well.
we for testing locally and getting those errors because I got a lot of those errors. I was using the my Meteor thing. Like I placed
Yeah,
the repo as an alias, and then I went to start using as my meter, and now I have these other three. Yeah, if you can
yeah.
send me, I will. I would hopefully the next alpha release there will be none of this, and
I
none of
am
it is
going
in the core. I hope.
to copy a few of those and pretty much anything else that we find here as we kind of go through this. Um, Another thing that I just can also, I'm sure you're aware of, is that packages that are outside the main repository, like Apollo and React Meter accounts, will need bump as
Yeah,
well for these
like
things.
like Blaze, like every alpha release, we're doing in a Blaze bump as well, like in alphas, so that we can have like at least a piece of the ecosystem being bumped, so we can test it like in this almost like a playground where everything is like alpha, and then we can test it. So it's really nice if you again like with Apollo that I didn't knew that could be a possible error, and with React
Yeah,
accounts because
Apollo
these
is
two.
definitely going to be because it needs the accounts base, the React
Um,
ones, of course. And I
yeah.
have a few other ones that were not released. And let me also copy for you uh, these ones. So I have that in Slack. Um, so what I'm going to do is right now, just since you're joining us to the slide, my goal here is to just get past this and see if I can even start, because this is for my personal webpage. And now that I'm kind of putting everything in here, I will have to probably then check all my packages as well to make sure I have the correct versions, because sometimes I have the version a little bit all over the place.
Yeah, so yeah,
So
I
that would
don't think
be
it's so big
happening.
because like when we just started this, I remember the log was so big, but was so big that our logs weren't like the terminal would cut the amount of logging. So I remember I had to
Yeah,
do like 2 or 3 releases, and so that I could see the end of the logging. That was, yeah.
yeah. Let me put in here. So package.js. Let me do the Polo package, and I have, I think my personal homepage is a good kind of indicator because it's not too big, but it has quite a few packages as well, and kind of would say functionality that's okay. So we just need to bump it here. I think I have already a pull request for Apollo ready. That one you just need to update the alpha version there, and add like 5.1 alpha 300, whatever you are using there. So now that I have it locally here, that will remove the Apollo from here, and I should look into React Meteor data. I'm not, no, actually I should have them locally because I have definitely work on that as well, or at least maybe testing. So that's React. Where are we? React packages. Yes, and packages. React Meteor data. And it's actually not as bad as I thought it's going to be with packages, but we are not there yet. 3.0 alpha 16. And let's see if we can get at least to the. Okay. With 2.4 beta, I have like a beta. Or do we have?
Yeah, I did created for Meteor React data at the time a beta too.
Okay, I might have it here. So let's just push through that.
Yeah.
Unknown release somewhere with Meteor 2.8. I will have to investigate. So we have 2.80. Wait, is that? No, that looks too suspiciously short. Unless if you just release maybe the GitHub package. Let's see what's going to happen here now that I have fixed that. Okay, now we have React
Yes.
Meteor accounts. That's the next in the line. So it's kind of interesting because sometimes when you like fix one, it reveals a
The
new
next
one.
one, yeah.
Yeah. And anybody in the audience, if you have any question for Gabriel, you can probably, this is now is a good job or time to ask them. So React Meteor accounts. It's beta 1 because 0 for 1. I might have some special thing here. Do it like this so that the constraints are happy, and I can then clean up after the stream. So let's see. So then, if it's an issue like this, can you just release the package? No, you can. You will have to then do like a new alpha release, correct?
Yeah, because in the core, every package or almost every package depends, like as you mentioned, like the GitHub depends on the other one, and the other one depends on each other. I think you need to create a new version. Place like instead of version 1.1.0, try like 1.1 beta, something like this in the React accounts. Yeah.
That's strange that it wants the name is wrong here. Maybe I need to update my local version. Yeah, that's kind of, I remember, like, even if I was like releasing that, sometimes it usually only happened like during the alpha or beta stages that there was like just bad release. Okay, so where does this?
Yeah, and this one, this big one, is related to yeah, there's the off one, and then there is this. Okay. So, and there's the Meteor developer off as well.
Yeah, that's another one.
Yeah,
Let me copy that into Slack for you.
Yeah.
Kind of the same type of packages. And
Yeah,
then we have, then also
yeah.
there are also these three packages that for some reason didn't get bumped. And that's for Meteor. The same thing here for.
Yeah, I think it's Meteor again.
Meteor.
There's this web
app, which is the Force SSL. Do we have
okay.
Yeah, that's the same issue that we've already had. Here again, the three packages for Meteor, and somewhere we have a unknown release of Meteor 2.8.
Yeah, that's weird. And also the issue with Decimal, because like both of them are okay. Like Decimal are the same version, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it goes correctly. Let me check on the 2.8 because that's usually something in the package. This is for the audience. This is actually, should I say it? There is.
Oh yeah, there.
It depends on. Here we go. API. So this is because the version 2.8 was released as 2.8.0.
Yeah.
So we have that's where when you do Meteor show Meteor, and it lists all the version you need for APA.version from, you need to actually put the correct full version. So if there's like a 0, then that at the end that needs to be there. It's one of the hiccups, and I think it's just because of my specific local version, so that shouldn't be there now. So let me, and this is actually another thing that I wanted to ask. If I just copy the packages, and let me switch here.
Like the GitHub package, you mean?
Yeah, the official package. If I copy it like here from the 3.0, I don't think I need to. I need to put in like API.versions from, because it's like the official and everything. It should be fine. Just
if you just copy it, I think it should be fine. I think like I'm not gonna be 100% sure, but I think.
Well, this is the beauty of live streaming. We are going to find out because I'm already in the place here. So first, let's see about our GitHub out. GitHub all out.
Yeah, you're gonna be needing
to packages.
Parse SL as well.
See which one do we have?
Yeah, they're both of them, Force SL and Force SL common. It's both native.
Yeah. And we need, let's do this.
Audit arguments check as well.
Yes, so let's start from beginning. I'm at B already. Okay.
And there is also accounts, Meteor developer and Meteor developer off as well.
Is it actual the no, it should be Meteor developer stuff. But first, where was the?
Yeah, it's sorry, it's
Audit arguments check.
accounts with developer. Okay. Yeah. Accounts with developer is already done, so it's okay. It's just
The other one, so
yeah, Meteor developer off.
that's I still have to do these for SSL thingies. Boom, and then here developer out. We go. So let's see if that's the only ones, or if we missed some as well. Okay, so now we have just issue here with Aldit collection 2, giving us the business.
Yeah, why? Oh, I think because it's asking for the specific dependency.
Let's see.
Yeah.
No, this is Reich's event emitter and npm version, but it's not. That's not the issue, because for mini Mongo and Mongo, it's being applied here. It's using the API versions from which we have 3.0 alpha 16. From which then we have the Mongo decimal thingy. What I can try to do.
Yeah, that's really weird. Could you mind like getting Mongo Decimal? It's on the deprecated, I think.
Is it under deprecated? I think it's.
No, it's on non-core. Sorry, on non-core.
Yeah, but let me first try to add it as a package. Okay, so now I think we actually are getting to the root of the problem. It's like other packages.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I publish it. Let me do this. Packages non-core Mongo Decimal. My Meteor publish, because this isn't a core package, or is it?
Yeah, and I see here we have some aligning roles that are going to problem. We have the GitHub. Now it's giving even more business. But let's get the roles package. Okay, so it has, oops. Let me do this. I don't need the roles. Let me put them in here. As well. Yeah, exactly. That looks like there was some npm somewhere in there. So that's going to be. It really put them in. Let's see. Examples. Desktop. Get rid of that, and sometimes it's better just to recreate basics, because sometimes the packages have other things that are not necessarily wanted. That, this, we want that, and that's it. So once it copies over, The package JSON here, 3.6, 2.8, 16.
I think there's a 0 missing there, or it's correct.
No, 2.8.0, 3 alpha 6. No, that should be fine.
Oh yeah, because it's the thing that I set on the tool, right? Yeah, using the
Yeah, this is for all. So interestingly, after I add the package for, oh, wow, it's getting even worse now. After I added the decimal package, let's see if we're from the back. No. So after I added the Mongo decimal, we get.
But it added an earlier version of it.
It didn't add it. So what the heck is this? So let's try again this thing.
Yeah, now you can try it again, trying to build, because now there is Mongo decimal 316.
Okay, so
Before there was not one.
yeah, so I wasn't even actually able to add it. So now,
yeah, I guess that was the reason why it was crashing.
Okay, let's.
In the other.
Well, it's actually now we are down to MDG SEO. Yeah, that's fine. I will have to get that from somewhere, and I'm not sure if maybe do I have it SEO package here? I think it's the Galaxy SEO package. That's the MDG SEO. That's its name. So that should be. Fingers crossed, that should be the last package. And I removed previously the APM package because I do recall you mentioned that you're going to start working on it. And I'm pretty sure if I left it as is, then.
Yeah, things will break. There are a lot of things. Yeah.
I think I already have for the MDG SEO, I have maybe some old pull requests as well on that for Alpha 11. So I just have to up it up for Alpha 16 and have you do release. So, well, look at that. It's extracting the packages. So we've made it through the initial hurdle.
Yeah, the resolution of packages, and now we can have like a blank screen with nothing working, but now we can start working.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's kind of was the point of this stream, to go, from I have it ready and kind of going to the alpha. The thing is, once the official Meteor 3.0 is released, as you can see, some of the packages that I've been adding have been getting ready. With kind of putting the alpha version of 3.0 as well. So once that happens, a lot of them will release. And since this is like, when did you release Alpha 16? Yesterday?
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
So because before that we had a lot of those like constraint errors. So now we have less of them, and we hopefully get to even lesser than like in the next alpha release. So
now it's doing some npm stuff here for me, but that's it has to forget all of the local ones. So a lot of these packages will be ready, and they will be ready to release. I think. Yes, and now it's.
Let's see what is there. What is there?
Going up. While loading plugin types from packages, other types.
Oh other types.
Feature.
Yeah, the other types uses Fiber's feature. Yeah, perhaps dropping it for now while there is no
Meteor remove types. I'm not actually sure if it would be possible because of all the dependencies, but we shall see. I think a lot of the packages depend on it.
Yeah, that might happen, because since you got those packages in your
it
Exactly.
will not. Why did it suddenly started doing this again? Errors after
Or
removing
yeah.
package while selecting package version. Oh, come on. Apologies, my mouse is broken. Is not satisfied by ECRAScript. Maybe
Yeah,
because
but
I have to do this again.
that's weird.
It's
Perhaps you could like manually open the
yeah.
file there. Yeah, because it. I guess it's because it won't look in your. Yeah, it might not look in
But
your.
yeah, I don't think this will necessarily work because a lot of the packages depend on it. But we can give it a try.
Yeah,
Anyway, that means also that we need, yes, it will, yeah, it's the same error. So yeah, certain types. So that one is not an option, but let's look
yeah.
if maybe Southern has
Oh, hey Paul.
version.
So I said it. I'm answering the chat message. So I did set it up a reminder to answer that discussion. I think it was for Meteor call async that we had 9 hours ago, and yeah, I think we are starting to discuss that. We even bought like we had this discussion with Hadek as well, so that we can have like everyone on all hands on deck, so that we can solve this. And we're still trying to address this issue. Like I don't like giving this kind of news because like yeah we're working on it, but it's
Yeah,
hard because but we are like deciding if we're gonna be passing a flag, if we are gonna be using another method. So we will
yeah,
bring this up in like in a topic
let's
on
take a
the
look.
forums or or the place, but we are working on it. Like this is what I can assure you, that we are working on this issue because yeah it's really annoying to do two dot dens, you know, like dot call async dot den and another dot den. And
Yeah,
so yeah, that's what I can say for now. And yeah,
yes. So actually, I could close this for Southern. Um,
maybe
let's
create an
take a
issue.
quickly. Yeah, let's. I'll create a issue. Let's see. Do what's the yeah, I'll create an issue here, which is also I encourage everybody watching whenever you find issue like uh, that you should put it there. Meteor tree zero compatibility when trying to upgrade to Meteor 3.0 Alpha 16. Uh, it throws error pointing to this package.
But yeah, so the discussions are quiet, but they aren't over. And at least for us
Yeah,
on our end, is like we're discussing this because yeah,
let's see if there's anything
yeah, I
else.
agree. Like uh, for there's some things that are not worth now because I know that this might
Yeah,
change. So yeah,
that is fine. That's why I'm doing this stream to see where we are at, to kind of tell people to show them what's uh, going on. And let me see. I don't think I have this. I don't think I have Zorin types cloned locally. Um, let's take a quick look at the package.json. I don't think
is a build. I think it might be in
the ISO build I think might be still the same version, or that might be something that needs to be checked. Since it's a
address.
build plugin, uh, that complicates things, and that's build plugins are completely out my
Yeah,
expertise. So that will have to be somebody like Radoslav, who is publishing like every month about how to make your own build plugin, stuff
yeah.
like that.
So yeah, like, I think we hit a wall here,
Mhm.
and yeah, I need to go back to a meeting. I was actually in a
Yes.
meeting, and
Oh,
I quickly.
apologies about that.
No, that's okay. That's actually okay.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
we it was it is a bug, but it's like it's annoying one, but like it happens to a few people, and I wasn't so happy being the meeting, but now I gotta go back because we need to solve this. So yeah.
yes. Just before you go, very quickly, I think this is probably the end of the stream for me as well. But would you be interested in coming on? Probably once I pick this up, few alpha releases down the line, and to see how we can progress.
Sure. Yeah, we are planning. And since we are here, and we can spread this out in the community, we are planning on having like, let me get the exact name of what we are planning to do, but it's exactly like how far we came and what's left to be done in
Mhm.
the for 3.0. Yeah, this is what the news is working today and tomorrow. Is like
Okay.
create an report to show how far we came and what is left until we reach on 3.0 on 3 on 3.0 and 3.0. So I hope we have a draft for us, like this internally again. So this is
Mhm.
I have a draft at least like today or tomorrow, and once it's ready and done and good to be released, we'll let you guys know. So it's more of a what is like we are working on this. I'm not gonna give you like a
Yeah.
deadline because yeah, we don't have a deadline to the public because it's their part, is the Nilson's part of what's left, and I need
Mhm.
to do mine as well. So yeah, we're probably talking tomorrow and the day after, and then we'll start working on this public, not public, or I'm not sure where we're gonna be placing this. It's gonna be public, the end result, but while we are working on it, we'll decide on it.
Okay.
So yeah,
Thank you very much. I will not delay you any further. Enjoy the rest of your meeting and looking forward to more news. Okay.
yeah. Bye,
Talk to you
guys. See
later.
you
Bye.
around.
So, uh, yeah, as I said, I think this is the end of the line for us because with these we would probably have to add I would have to add right now all of the packages that are dependent on the Zorin types package and remove that from there, which there are like even a lot of the core packages there. So I will not bother you here with another like another 2 or 3 hours probably of what I would have to do this. As you can see, Meteor 3.0 directly for migrating your pack, your existing projects right now tedious unless it's like very small projects. So let me actually do here Meteor create release 3.0 alpha 16, and let's just do the normal one, and I'm going to name this 30 alpha 16. And let's see if we can actually create that git clone. Okay, so not even that works exactly. Using release options. Interesting. So let's take a look here. Paul is saying I don't use types and actually had my project started and working. Interesting. I would be interested to kind of check what if like any of the packages there had issue. I think also part of the Zorin types thing might be that you need to have like maybe TypeScript installed. So let's see here what we have. If we cannot get from the default, oh, actually pretty good start. And let me do a quick switch to this folder to actually see if it installed with the proper Meteor version. Release. Okay, look at that. Meteor 3.0 Alpha 16 is there. And it's running on 3000. So that's also kind of, I would say, the approach that Jan Kuster did when upgrading. Look at that. Meteor 3.0 Alpha 16 is up and running here. So it works, but as it's always the case, the bare or like the minimum implementation is easier to work than if you have packages and stuff like that. So the approach that Jan Kuster did for updating a old Meteor application, which wasn't as big, was just create a new clean Meteor release or like Meteor application and slowly move everything into there, which I know, especially for like the older application versus also smaller, is easier done than for our modern big application with a lot of components and all that stuff. So that, or you can maybe start from Meteor 3.0 if you are starting something new. That's probably the best. But it's alpha. That's why I want to remind everybody it's an alpha release still. So there's still a lot to do, as you've seen. Sometimes things are not sometimes not everything gets released. There's an issue and stuff like that. So right now, if you're it's not for production apps for sure. There's still a lot of things to worry about and do. So production apps definitely should not probably try it. I think if you try to migrate production app, only like for your personal testing to see how far you can get, like here, or I think probably like once it's in beta, definitely once it's in the release candidate stages, that's the time to start migrating, especially if you want to then release it as soon as the official release is out, because then that's the point where you should migrate, or unless there's like some specific new feature that you want to get, then that makes sense to do that kind of early, but that's very risky. So let's here we just quickly look at what we have. This is almost years old. So yeah, hopefully this will be able to be solved. So I'll look at those. Yes, so hopefully, these things will be solved over the course of developing things and moving forward. I think I'm pretty confident, they will. That's why we have the alpha releases. That's why I'm doing this stream. That's why everything else is happening. And and I would like to encourage everybody, if you have a package, to make sure that you fix things up and get ready. I will spend some time. Let's see. It's going to be tough. I'm pretty booked out this week, but I'll try Friday or Saturday to update packages. I'll probably wait for Alpha 17, where they hopefully fix where they fix some of the issues that we encountered today with some of the unreleased packages and stuff like that. So hopefully that's going to get in there. And yeah, I think that's it. Any questions? Now is your time to type them in. And we will, or I will try to answer if I can. If not, or in the meantime, while waiting, please like, share, and subscribe. I will be doing more of these streams. And also, please consider supporting me on GitHub, because it really then helps and makes it easier for me to spend time on, open source. I'll put that in the comments. And yeah, you will actually, so once you are sponsor above the $17 level, you actually get access to Socialize Starter, which is the code from which my personal website, which you've seen today, is based on. A bit more updated than my personal site. I think updates every month on it, so there's always something going on there. My newsletter, and can get more stuff as well, including if you get like to the $47 tier, you have a monthly hangouts, and we can do screencasts and other things as well. And you can also request me to work on specific feature with a priority. And that being said, let's go back here. Last chance for questions. I'll wait a few more seconds to see if you have anything. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. Hopefully Google has, or the integration app has not swallowed anything. So I've been almost getting close to the 3-hour mark, or not close to, like 17 minutes away. But I think that's enough for this type of a stream. So with that, thank you very much for watching, for your questions, your feedback. If you have some spare change that you could send my way so I can spend more time on it, or if you really appreciate what I'm doing, then really love to have you as one of my sponsors. And with that, thank you very much. Have a good day, or good night, or good morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for your patronage, and I will see you at the next stream, which will be maybe in a week or a month. This is irregular, so I hope we'll find a way to see each other. Okay, bye-bye.